NCIS focuses on the sometimes complex and always amusing dynamics of a team forced to work together in high-stress situations like us.
Yeah, that's right, just like us. From murder and espionage to terrorism and stolen submarines. It's not easy to steal a submarine. These special agents investigate all crimes with Navy or Marine ties.
That's right, and NCIS is entering its 22nd season and shows really no signs of slowing down.
And this morning, we're joined by Katrina Law, who plays Special Agent Jessica Knight. Thank you so much, Katrina, for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you.
Now, this show is, I would say, already becoming iconic after 22 years. What's it like to be on such a special show?
You know what? It's such a blessing. I don't know what I did to get here, but I'm not going to question it. I just hope to not sink the ship. But it's a magical place to come to work here. This crew has been together for over 30 years. You can feel the love. The cast is amazing. And I think that chemistry really comes through on camera. And I think the audiences can feel that.
Yeah, and you mentioned coming to work. Your character decided to take a new job in California at the end of last season. Where do we find her here in this upcoming new season during the premiere?
So at the start of the show, we find Knight with her new React team in Pendleton, California. And I think she's at the beginning of a personal growth spurt. This is the first time that she stepped out of the shadow of her father and she's on her own making decisions. And I think she finds that really liberating. But the question is this truly what she wants and is she happy?
And Katrina, we love a little sneak peek. So what can you tell us about your character status with the NCIS team?
It's fortunately for Knight, unfortunately, an undercover agent goes missing. And then fortunately, the team comes out to California. They end up recruiting Knight's help to find this undercover agent. And I think she loves being back with them. But again, it comes down to, does she want to stay in California? Does she want to go back to DC? Does she want to move on to something else? There are so many options at hand. But what happens when Knight leaves is that it actually starts a chain reaction of change for the rest of the team. And we find Torres going back to his roots, going deep undercover. McGee is interviewing for a vacant job position, which leaves Parker alone in the bullpen in DC looking at an empty desk, which leads to the title of our pilot or season opener episode, Empty Nest.
You know, Katrina, you've been on so many shows. I first noticed you in Spartacus probably about 10 years ago or so. Talk about NCIS, though. I mean, it's spun off into so many. There's we were trying to count this morning, like NCIS, right? New Orleans, Los Angeles, Hawaii, Sydney, and now this Origins. Why do you think it resonates with people around the world so much?
You know, I think going back to the cast and the crew, this crew has been together for over 30 years, and you can really feel that chemistry and the love behind the sets, and that helps to support and enhance the cast and what we do on screen. And as each year goes by, the chemistry between the cast members gets stronger and stronger, and I really think that you can see that friendship bleeding onto the screen, and I think the audiences love being a part of that feeling and being part of that family. But ultimately, even though NCIS starts off with a dead body and a terrible crime committed by a horrible person, it's a feel-good show, and people love that.
Well, Katrina, how is the rest of the team reacting to your character's departure?
It's sending them into a tailspin, and they don't really know what's going on. I think, you know, Jimmy would love to have her back, and I think Knight is really interested to see where Jimmy stands. And I think Torres, being her ex-former partner, would always welcome her back, but he is ultimately supportive of her decision. And Parker's just lonely.
Well, tell me, Katrina, how do you not get hypnotized listening to Gary Cole in scenes like we just watched? His voice is so hypnotizing. Yeah. How do you focus when he's talking?
Between his eyes, his voice, and his hair, it's just glorious. Everything's glorious about this man.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot for joining us this morning, Katrina. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to see the season 22 debut of NCIS. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
It's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Season 22.
And there's so many iterations, as we said, so many people love it.